Yeah. I'm just giving you guys like a I don't know, man. I'm really digging this beat. So I'm try to catch it. Look. Check it, 1, 2.
Hey, so this is the Black JessyRabbit, and I'm coming to you today to show you how to do my just a nice natural face, but it's not natural at all. So I hope that makes sense. If it don't, just watch, and I hope you like what you see. And hey to all my bunnies out there, thank you so much for subscribing. You know I love you. So first, I just get my hair out the way. I pin it up, take it down, or wherever. But today I'm just gonna be pinning it in a nice little ponytail with this little cute little glitter thing. Cute little glitter ponytail. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna do that. I know, like I'm taking a long time, but I just like I want it to look neat. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lotion my face and put on a primer. So I use this Sephora lotion. It's called it just says Sephora. It don't really have a name. Oh, instant moisturizer. So there you go. It don't have a name. And what I do is I just dip my finger in there. Not a lot. It's enough to like moisturize my face. I really don't use a lot, you guys. Next what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hydrate my face. Usually I use my e.l.f. primer, but today I'm gonna be using this Nicka K primer. It's an ultra smoothing makeup primer. The other one I use is a hydrating primer, but when I put on make lotion first, I don't need a hydrating primer. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my foundation. So I mixed 2 foundations to get my perfect color. So I mixed this Studio Fix Fluid by MAC, and it is in NW46. So here's that. And I mixed that with this Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof, and this is in NW50. And the reason why I'm doing this first is I like to get my foundation sitting while I do my eyebrows. So I get it I made like my own little face palette thingy where I sit it on. So here it is right here sitting there, and I mix it up together, and while that's like marinating, I do my eyebrows. Okay, so next thing I do is my eyebrows. So I use this e.l.f. concealer brush to do my eyebrows. I love this brush. Not only because it's like sleek and black, but because it's just like very versatile. I use it for a lot of stuff, a lot of things, but that's what I use it for. And I get this MAC NW40 Studio Finish Concealer, and I put that under my eyes. I'm gonna show you how I do that. And go under, and then I highlight where I want my arch to be. Like that. So I do that like that, and then I take the same brush with like you clean it off. So I use like a wipe, clean it off, and I get this NYX eyebrow gel. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little sick. NYX eyebrow gel, and I basically like take a brow and brush comb and comb my eyebrow up and over, basically like the way that I want them to look. I comb them like that. Up and over. And now I'm taking my eyebrow gel, and I'm just gonna go in a little bit, giving my eyebrows a little bit more of a tail, and that's all. Like that. I don't like eyebrows where it looks like there's no hair in them. People do that a lot here at my school. I go to Clark Atlanta University, and basically like I just don't like eyebrows that look really painted. Like I love makeup, and I love how your face can be different. I just don't like, that's just me personally. Like personally, I don't like when people's eyebrows are so painted on that they don't look like they have any eyebrows at all, like any hair. So I leave the hair in the front faded to make sure that it looks like I have hair. Like I like for you to know that I have eyebrow hair. I want you to think that these are my eyebrows, not she knows how to do her eyebrows. Like, I want you to think that these are my eyebrows. So then I take that concealer brush and I pull down that color like this. So I'm just like pulling the color like downward. Making sure to keep everything very neat. Like that. And do the same thing to the other side. Making sure to keep everything as neat as possible. Like that. And now I take my now I take my foundation that I had all mixed and stirred, and I apply to my nose, my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead, and I begin to blend it out. Some people makes it look like they have on no makeup at all. I put on a very thin layer of foundation, but now my face is completely coated. And because I mixed the two colors, it gives me a perfect color. So you can't even tell like that I'm wearing foundation. I also make sure to blend with my neck. And I go as serious as to get a little bit into my ear. And I go up into the hairs. Make sure you get up into your hair because your hair has a different color a little bit. And I take this LA.Pro concealer in color Fawn, and I just like apply a really small triangle under my eye. I apply some to the bridge of my nose, right here, and right here. That's literally all I do. Once I do that, I take my beauty blender and I blend all that out. As you can see now, you can see why I use such a thin layer. It's a lot of color, like it's a lot of makeup. And while I'm blending out up to my thing, I always blend down too, to make sure that it just like highlights all that cheekbone. And I have really high cheekbones. And I like my face. I like my highlight to be noticed. So, and then do the same thing to the opposite side. Blend out, blend down. I'm a little sick, you guys. Then I do my nose. I'm sorry. When I do my nose, I take I don't use the point. I use the side part, and I just like rub. And I also use my finger, my middle finger, and I like go over that and just rub it like really in, and then take both my middle fingers and just like thin my nose out as much as possible, like that. That's how I do that. I'll get my Cupid's bow. My chin, and then I go into my forehead. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. translucent mattifying powder and my BH Cosmetics brush in 114. I'm going to take that powder and apply it to my highlight. And I also do the same thing to my nose, but just a little bit. That's how I do that. And I leave that sitting while I go in to do my my concealer. I mean, while I blend this out on my forehead. So I leave the excess stuff on, but I blend out my chin with it. I blend it out. So that's my chin, and I do my forehead. Because the point is not for it to look like a big old dot, but for it to highlight those spots. And that's how I do that. And then I use my fingers a lot. Like, your fingers are really your best tool. And sometimes, because like sometimes I don't like how stuff looks, so like, I just use my fingers to blend a little bit more. And that's how I do that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my super skinny marker, and I'm going to give myself a wingtip. So I'm gonna do an in-depth video on a wingtip, but right now this is how I do my wingtip. I just draw a line, an angled line, at the very edge of my eye, and then I draw a connecting line going across my lid, and then I fill that line in. That's literally how I do my cat eye. And if I want it like a little sharper, sometimes I'll cross over it. And then I do the same thing to the opposite side of my eye. I'm not like, I don't want to use tape or anything, so what makes it easier for me is to hold, like to pull along my eye and like draw along where my eye was pulling, and then do that. That makes it a little easier sometimes for me. And then like to fill in, I also pull again. My eyes always get a little watery when I do that. And that's basically how I do my cat eye. And then I'm going to go back into my thing and just wipe off all that excess. And that's how I do that. And then I also make sure to like blend it out a little bit at the end, like at the bottom part. I buff it just a little bit. Make it look a little like faded. Like, you see how this is so sharp and that looks a little faded, I guess. I feel like it looks a little faded now. Like that. You see what I mean? And then after that, you're gonna take eyeliner, whatever you use for your eyeliner. I have a very cheap dollar eyeliner that needs to be sharpened, and I'm going to just like that. Or I feel like it looks like I missed some right here. Like that. I do the same thing over this side, like that. And then again, I just wipe. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Ruby Kisses 3D face creator, and this is in color, it's in level 16. They have levels, so I'm level 16. And I take this brush right here by BH Cosmetics. This is the 119 brush, and what I do is I draw a very thin line around my nose and right here on my highlight. Nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. And then I begin to blend out my finger. The reason why I use my fingers is because I feel like my fingers can get sharper than any of the brushes I have, because all my brushes are like kind of cheap right now. They're like really like starter brushes. So I don't want to use any of my brushes to do that, because I feel like it's like something that like has to be done in the neatest way possible. And then I take this brown. It needs to be sharpened. It is by who is by NYX, and it's in color Expresso. Brown color, and I line my lips. So I line my lips. Oh, and I also fill in just a little bit. So that's how I do that. And then I take my favorite lip gloss, lipstick by Loreal, and it's in their Infallible lip gloss, and this is my nude color. It's called Barley Nude. And next what I'm going to do is take that super skinny marker again and draw a dot on my face, right here. I always draw that specific dot because that's where I like my mold. And I blend it out. And that's how I do that. I like my mold to look realistic and fake at the same time, but it's not real. So there's my face. Finished face. I want to see him bring you guys a little closer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, I'm the Black JessyRabbit. Don't ever call me down. Peace.